Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell y'all something. Success ain't a mystery. It's not reserved for just the rich or the educated or the connected. No, sir. Success, real, lasting, meaningful success, starts with one decision you make before the sun even gets up. See, most people don't fail because they ain't talented. Most people fail because they keep hitting that snooze button on their dreams. You want to know the truth? Success starts at 5 a.m. I didn't always know that. I used to think I'll get to it later or I'll start tomorrow. But listen, tomorrow ain't promised. The people who win in life are the ones who wake up early, get ahead of the day, and stay ahead of the pack. You want to change your life? Set that alarm. Get up when it still hurts. Because comfort don't make champions, discipline does. The early morning is a gift. It's when God speaks the loudest. There's something sacred about 5 a.m. The world's still quiet. The chaos hasn't started yet. No text, no emails, no distractions. It's just you and God. Now, I ain't preaching, but let me tell you something real. If you want to hear direction for your life, if you want clarity, you need silence. You need stillness. And that's what 5 a.m. gives you. That's when your mind is clear, your spirit is open, and your heart is ready to receive. Some of my best ideas, my biggest breakthroughs, they didn't happen on stage. They didn't come in meetings. They came early in the morning when I was alone with my thoughts. And that's when God whispered things to me that changed the whole trajectory of my life. See, when you get up early, you're not just beating the sun, you're beating fear, doubt, and distraction. You're telling the world, I'm serious about my calling. I'm serious about my life. Most people sleep through the very hour that could change their life. Don't be most people. Set your alarm, get up, and meet your future at 5 a.m. That time is your gift. Open it. Create a success routine before the world wakes up. Let me tell you something right now. Chaos don't create success. Structure does. And you don't get structure by starting your day in a panic, rushing out the house, brushing your teeth in the car, and praying traffic ain't bad. That ain't a routine. That's survival mode. But when you wake up at 5 a.m., you buy yourself time. Time to set the tone. Time to own the day instead of reacting to it. That's where your routine comes in. I start my mornings with prayer. I thank God for another chance, because trust me, I remember the days I ain't have nothing to thank Him for. Then I write down my goals every single day. Why? Because if you don't write it down, it's just a dream. I speak them out loud too. I want the universe to hear me. Then I move, I exercise, even if it's just a walk. You gotta shake off yesterday, the stress, the failures, the doubts. They don't get to ride into today with you. That's what a morning routine does. It clears out the junk before the world even knows you're awake. A success routine is your armor. It's how you build momentum. And when you stack that day after day, week after week, you start changing. You start winning. Your mind gets sharper, your energy higher, your spirit stronger. But if you start your day in chaos, that's what you carry into everything you do. Don't let the world hand you a mood. Create your own rhythm before the noise begins. That's how champions move. They prepare before they perform. Waking up early gives you a head start on 99% of people. Most people are lazy, period. They want success, but not the sacrifice. They want the rewards, but don't want to pay the price. So when you get up at 5 a.m., you're already ahead of most folks who still got drool on their pillow. You want to know why I get up early? Because when I do, I feel like I'm getting a cheat code to life. While they're sleeping, I'm working. While they dreaming, I'm doing. That's a mental edge right there. You don't have to be the smartest in the room, but if you show up before everybody else, you become the most consistent, and consistency always wins. Think about it. If you work on your goals for just 1 hour a day before the world wakes up, that's 365 extra hours a year. That's the equivalent of 9 full-time work weeks. 9 weeks of pure, focused effort, uninterrupted. You can learn a language, build a business, write a book, change your life in that kind of time. And here's the thing, when you get up early, your confidence goes up too, because you're doing what most people won't. That changes how you walk, how you talk, how you carry yourself. You stop asking for permission and start taking action. You become the kind of person who leads, not follows. The 5 a.m. grind ain't about the clock. It's about the mentality. It's about separating yourself from the average. You want average results? Sleep in. You want extraordinary results? Wake up early and outrun everybody. Discipline builds confidence, and discipline starts with the alarm clock. Now let me tell you something about discipline. It ain't sexy, it ain't fun, ain't nobody clapping for you at 5 in the morning, but that discipline, that's the real glow up. That's what separates boys from men, girls from women, talkers from doers. Waking up early teaches you one powerful lesson. You're in control of your life, not your alarm clock, not your emotions, not your circumstances. You. Every time you get up, when it hurts, when it's cold, when you don't feel like it, you're casting a vote for the kind of person you want to become. See, when you hit snooze, you ain't just delaying the alarm, you're delaying your greatness. You're telling your brain, sleep is more important than my dream. That ain't the message you want to send. But when you rise at 5 a.m., your brain gets the memo. We serious now. We showing up even when we don't feel like it. That builds trust with yourself. And confidence comes from trust. It ain't about motivation, it's about mastery. Discipline is what makes champions. I didn't get to where I am because I was motivated every day. No, sir. Some mornings I felt like quitting, but I kept getting up. And every time I did, I got a little stronger, a little sharper, a little more unstoppable. You want to know how to win the day? Win the morning. You want to win the morning? Win the alarm clock. That's ground zero. That's the first battle. Conquer that, and you'll start stacking victories all day long. Protecting your peace and planning with purpose. Let me be real with you. Life is loud. People got opinions, problems, gossip, negativity. It's nonstop. And if you don't carve out time to protect your peace, the world will drain you dry before noon. That's why 5 a.m. is sacred. It's your fortress, your retreat, your moment to breathe before the noise kicks in. You need that. You can't pour into your goals, your business, your family if your cup's empty. Peace is power, and the early morning gives you the space to refill. I use my mornings to think. Not just hustle, but really think. I ask myself, what matters today? What can I do that moves me closer to my purpose, not just my paycheck? See, there's a difference between being busy and being effective. Most folks confuse movement with progress. They run all day but never move forward because they ain't moving with purpose. But when you wake up early, you get to decide your direction before the world starts pulling you in 20 different ones. That's how you win. You protect your peace, you sit with your thoughts, and you plan your next move with intention. Success don't come by accident. You gotta plot it out like a blueprint. That takes time, that takes clarity, and you get that clarity when the world is still asleep. So use your 5 a.m. not just to grind, but to align. Make sure your hustle matches your heart. If it don't feed your soul, it ain't worth your energy. The world's gonna ask a lot from you. Be sure you're grounded enough to say no to the distractions and yes to the vision. That starts in the morning. End the cycle of excuses and create a legacy. Let me tell you this straight. Excuses are the enemy of elevation. Every time you say, I'll start tomorrow, or I'm too tired, or I'm not a morning person, you're digging a deeper hole where your dreams go to die. You think it's just 5 more minutes of sleep? No, it's 5 more minutes you're stealing from your legacy. Harsh? Maybe. But the truth don't care about your feelings. You want to know the difference between winners and everybody else? Winners stop negotiating with their excuses. They stop blaming their past, their parents, their situation, and they own their mornings. Let me ask you something. What are you leaving behind? What are you building that your kids, your family, your community will remember? Because at some point, it ain't about you no more. It's about what your life represents. You got to stop living like time is unlimited. It ain't. One day you won't have the chance to change. So while you got the breath, while you got the strength, get up. Get up early. Get up with purpose. Get up like your name's on the line, because it is. Your legacy ain't built in one big moment. It's built in the small ones. It's built in the decision to rise at 5 a.m. and chase the thing God put inside of you, that dream, that fire, that gift. It's real, but it needs discipline. It needs consistency, and it needs you to stop playing small. You don't have to be perfect, but you do have to start. Every great legacy began with one decision. I'm done making excuses. I'm ready to rise. Mornings are when dreams turn into strategy. Everybody's got dreams, but let me ask you, do you have a strategy? Because a dream without a plan is just a wish. And most folks spend their lives wishing instead of working. But when you get up at 5 a.m., you're giving your dream some respect. You're saying this matters enough for me to show up every single day, even when it ain't comfortable. That's when dreams get traction. You got time in the morning to write your goals down, to break them into steps, to map out your next move. That's when the real magic happens. You ain't just dreaming at night, you're building in the morning. Think of the most successful people in the world, CEOs, athletes, entrepreneurs. They all got one thing in common. They don't leave their goals to chance. They plan, and most of them start their day way before the sun shows up. So don't just be a dreamer, be a strategist. Use that 5 a.m. time to ask yourself, what am I working toward? What does my next level look like? What are 3 things I can do today that take me closer? Write it down, visualize it, speak it out loud, put it on your mirror. That's how you move different. That's how you get out of survival mode and into strategy mode. See, when you move with strategy, you stop chasing every opportunity and start creating the right ones. You stop reacting and start leading. And all that starts in the morning while the rest of the world's still asleep. Our energy is highest in the morning. Use it for you, not for them. Let's talk energy. Most folks wake up, check their phone, read bad news, scroll through nonsense, and then wonder why they feel drained before 9 a.m. Let me tell you something. Your energy is sacred. And the best part of it comes in the morning. You see, when you wake up early, your mind is fresh, your body's rested, your soul is recharged. That's prime time to invest in you, not your job, not your emails, not your boss, you. Use that energy to grow, read, write, meditate, pray, learn a skill, work on that side hustle, speak affirmations over your life, pour into your dream before the world starts pulling you in 1,000 directions. Because once that sun is up and the phone starts ringing, guess what? Your energy is no longer yours. It belongs to everybody else, your boss, your coworkers, your kids, your bills. That's why the morning is your time. It's when your fire burns brightest. And if you waste it scrolling or snoozing, you're giving away your best to things that don't give back. I always say this, don't give your dream your leftovers. Give it your first. Give it your strongest. Give it your best. That's what mornings are for. Start your day with purpose, not panic. Pour into your goals before the world pours stress on your plate. And I promise, by the time the rest of the world catches up, you are already 10 steps ahead. The morning is where you rewire your mindset. Listen to me, your mindset is everything. You could have all the talent in the world, but if your mind ain't right, your life won't be either. And you don't get a championship mindset by accident, you build it. Brick by brick, morning by morning. That's why 5 a.m. is powerful. It's not just about grinding, it's about rewiring. See, when you wake up early, you get time to feed your mind before the world feeds it. Fear. You get to tell yourself who you are before life tries to tell you who you're not. Read books that elevate you. Listen to messages that challenge you. Speak affirmations over your life. I am strong. I am focused. I am built for this. Repetition rewires your brain. What you tell yourself in the morning shapes how you think all day. You got to stop letting outside voices shape your inside value. Social media, the news, your past mistakes, they don't get to write your story. You do. But you got to start each day by reminding yourself of that. Rewiring takes time. You can't do it in a rush. You can't do it while yelling at traffic or chasing a clock. That's why 5 a.m. matters. It gives you space to install the right beliefs before the chaos kicks in. Start your day with strength, with vision, with power. Say to yourself, I've got purpose. I've got something to offer. I'm not my past, I'm my potential. Keep saying it until you believe it, and when your mindset shifts, your whole life follows. Waking up early teaches you to own your life. Let's end with this. The 5 a.m. rule ain't just about waking up. It's about growing up. It's about saying, this is my life, my responsibility, my choices, my results. See, most people drift through life. They wait for a lucky break, a promotion, a miracle. But when you wake up early, you stop waiting and start working. You realize no one's coming to save me. I gotta save me. You begin to take ownership. You stop blaming other people. You stop waiting for the right time. You look in the mirror and say, if I want better, I gotta be better. That kind of maturity is rare, but it's what separates the successful from the spectators. You take ownership of your goals, of your health, of your time. And when that shift happens, oh man, everything changes. You move different, you talk different, you show up different. Getting up at 5 a.m. might feel hard, but you know what's harder? Living with regret. Looking back on your life and realizing you played small when you could have played big. So take the wheel, wake up early, start before you're ready. Fight for your dream like your life depends on it, because it does. The world won't hand you a legacy. You gotta build it. And that starts every single morning at 5 a.m. Early mornings build mental toughness, let's be honest. Waking up at 5 a.m. ain't easy. Your bed is warm, your body is tired, and your mind is trying to negotiate. Just 5 more minutes sound familiar? But here's what most people don't realize. Every time you push through that resistance, you're building mental muscle. You're training your brain to do what needs to be done, even when it doesn't feel good. That right there, that's mental toughness. That's the kind of grit you need when life throws curveballs, when plans fall apart, when you feel like giving up. Waking up early is more than a routine, it's a daily victory. It's you versus you every morning. And every time you win that battle, you gain a little more confidence, a little more control, a little more discipline. See, the world loves to celebrate strength, athletes, CEOs, performers. But that strength don't come from talent. It comes from doing hard things consistently. And ain't nothing harder than choosing discomfort when comfort is calling. Getting up at 5 a.m. trains your willpower. It sharpens your focus. It reminds you that you're not soft, you're not weak, you're not average, you're made for more. And sometimes the best way to prove that is just to get up when you said you would. You ain't always gonna feel motivated. That's okay. What matters is that you stay committed, because when your mind learns to obey your vision more than your feelings, you become unstoppable. 5 a.m. is when God speaks clearly. Now let me take you deeper, spiritually. See, I don't just believe in hard work. I believe in divine timing. And there's something special, something sacred about the early morning hours. 5 a.m. is when the world is quiet. No phone ringing, no traffic, no noise, just you and God. That's when you hear clearly. That's when those whispers of purpose get louder. That's when you feel Him guiding you, reminding you you were made for more. I've had some of my biggest breakthroughs, not on stage, not on TV, but at 5 in the morning in prayer. When I was tired, broken, unsure, but I still showed up. And in that silence, God met me. You can't hear divine instruction when your life is full of clutter. You need stillness. And that's what 5 a.m. gives you. It's a chance to align your heart with heaven before the world pulls you in 100 directions. You got dreams, beautiful. But don't try to chase them without the one who gave them to you. Seek His voice first. Let Him direct your path. Don't just hustle, hear. Don't just grind, grow. In faith, in clarity, in purpose. The early morning is where God prepares soldiers. It's where visionaries are birthed. It's where you get that holy fire that says, let's go, I got this, He's with me. If you want favor on your life, give God your first thoughts, your first breath, your first hour. That's where the real power is. Your morning is your message to the world. Let me leave you with this. Your morning is your message. Every day you wake up early, you send in a message to your future that says, I'm coming for everything they said I couldn't have. You're telling the world, I'm not here to play. I'm not waiting on permission. I'm not stuck in my past. I'm building my future. Listen, you ain't gonna feel like doing it every day. That's the truth. But greatness ain't built on feelings. It's built on faith and follow through. It's built on showing up when it's dark, when it's quiet, when it's uncomfortable, and doing it anyway. You wanna change your life? Don't start next week. Don't wait for motivation. Don't wait for New Year's. Start tomorrow morning. Set that alarm. Get up, get quiet, get focused, and get to work. You've got a gift. You've got a calling. You've got a future. And it all starts at 5 a.m. Now go get it.